What's up, everybody? This is Mike here at Rogue Comics. And, wait, I didn't do it. There we go. This is the first New Comic Book Day release stream of February. We made it to February. 11 more months to go. 2 years and 11 more months to go. So I hope everybody's week was good and not too cold. We actually had a little warm streak here, so it actually got up to 30. Today, I think it was actually 32. But, there you go. That sound means all is right with the world. It's really sad how much power I put into that. But, you know, like I said last week, it's the little things in life. So let's get started. This week with DC. As always, here we have Absolute Green Lantern. Now see, this I didn't mind too much because they put it in the bottom left-hand corner that they were actually putting some other content in there. And I still don't like it, but I guess I understand it. But yeah, the cover is by Janoy Lindsay, and Al Ewing is still writing it. It also contains a preview, a bonus preview of The Peril of the Brutal Dark, an Ezra Kane mystery, whomever Ezra Kane is. Beats me. I didn't get to read it. See, they occasionally offer PDFs for retailers to look through and see, and, you know, hey, like for instance, this issue, you're going to see this issue. Hold on. Well, you know what? We'll get there. I'll explain more when we get there. But we're going to move on. We're going to move on to the next title because that is Absolute Superman. And I'm not saying that the art, the previous art, was bad, because it wasn't. But Juan Ferreira, his art in here is awesome. And I hope and pray that they keep him on this book, because if he can continue to do this, I mean, I've liked Juan Ferreira ever since, what was that? There was this Dark Horse book, and I wish I could remember the title. You know what? It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Here we go. What happened was it was a horror book. And Colder. There we go. The name of the book was Colder. And the cover for issue number 1, let me see if I can find it. It just got me. Like, you would hope that this is what covers are supposed to do. Okay? When you do a cover to a book, this is what you want to happen. And you know what? I'm actually stalling for time because I'm going to show it to you right now. Like, I believe, like, watch, you'll see. Oh wait, they gave you a sample of it. I don't want a sample. I just want the cover. We'll go DC. Where's DC? There we go. And we'll go there. Okay. So let's see if I can do this on the fly. Okay, I did find the title. It's going to take me a second to where can I do this? Okay, I will put that there. I will put this there. I will do this. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, folks. And trust me, it's going to be worth it. See, I didn't even... This is something... Here, you know what? I'm just going to... This is going to be bootleg. It's going to be ghetto. Ready? Here we go. You ready? This was the cover. This was my very first exposure to Juan Ferreira. And let me tell you, this is awesome. And his art inside is just as good, and I've liked him ever since. So I am glad he is doing Superman now. I am glad, and I want him to continue to do it because it looked really, really good. Like, really good. Oh, I didn't even see what it looked like for the TikTok folks. Oh, well. Hopefully it looked good there, guys. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. But, yeah, I wasn't planning on that. I didn't have it. I didn't have it ready. Let me see. What did I just do now? Oh, let me get rid of this. Okay. So, yeah. Now, there's none of that. There's none of that in there. I mean, you do see it's Superman and Hawkman fighting on the cover. So, spoiler alert, they might get into it in the issue. Who knows? Because Hawkman is kind of a dick in this universe. To be honest, though, I'm not a big fan of Hawkman. That's why I like, what was it? Scott Snyder's Metal really didn't do anything for me. Because it was like Hawkman and the Nth Metal and all that other stuff. And I'm like, no. Just isn't for me. But this was good. This was good. Trust me. Trust me. And Jason Aaron is writing it. Here we have Batman. This is issue... And I lost my Windows Explorer. There it is. This is issue number... I can't find it. 6. There we go. Now, as I've said before, DC, God bless them, they send out a weekly email, and in there they have a bunch of stuff that's, listing things that are going to be on the FOC, or they will give us PDFs. Like, for instance, this week's email had a PDF for issue number 7 of Batman. And sometimes they will be there. Like, for instance, KO number 4 was on there, but it wasn't finished. So I personally hate that. Not because they're giving us a look to see what's in the future, but one, it's spoiling stuff. I mean, it'll help me order if I can see what's happening. Like, I know what's happening in the next issue of Batman, and that way I can say, well, you know what? This might be significant. This could be something, and I could see comic book fans going crazy for this. Or maybe, you know what? Yeah, no, this doesn't look that good. I'll just keep ordering my regular orders. Whatever the case may be. So that's a good thing. On the negative, it spoils things, and it's not physical. I don't like digital comics at all. Not because of the reason that people, might think, oh, it cuts into sales and blah, blah, blah. Because to be honest with you, I don't think it does. As long as comics have the potential to increase in value, to appreciate in value, then they have nothing to fear from digital comics. Because they tried doing this thing where, oh, here's a digital file, we'll sell it to you, for $20, and then it'll be worth money in the future. It won't. No matter how hard to try. Sorry. No matter how hard they try, it won't. Okay? Comic books, physical, paper, comic books, always have that potential. It could either go either way. It could either increase, it could either decrease. But you know what? If it's a book with a character that you like, if it's a story, if it's a team, if it's an artist, if it's a writer, whatever the case may be, reading it and appreciating it, you've already earned the money back. And in the future, you can go back to these issues and remember the time. It's almost like music, where you can hear a song and you can remember what was going on in your life then, good or bad. It has that ability. Like, there's a run, and I told a customer about this over the weekend. There was a book that DC put out back in the 80s called Atari Force. Yes, that Atari. This was a book loosely based on Atari video games, because at that time it was the Atari 2600 and the Atari 5200, and I think it was 7800 was the other one. 7800 was like the HD version of Atari 2600. But this series was by DC. It ran from, and I'm looking up the information here because I don't know, 82 to 86, and there were, it doesn't say. Why doesn't it say? Oh, that's because they're showing first they had like little comic books, mini comics is what they were called, that were put into the video games. They were written by Jerry Conway and Roy Thomas with artists Ross Andrew, Gil Kane, Dick Giordano, and Mike DiCarlo. And then there was a graphic novel based on Star Raiders, which was a video game. And then there was a monthly series, that lasted for 20 issues. Jerry Conway was the writer, and Jose Luis Garcia Lopez was the artist. Okay? Ross Andrew did issues 4 and 5. Issue 13, Eduardo Barreto, he did pencils of 14. Mike Baron became the writer, etc., etc. So you could look at this and be like, oh, you know what? It's just like He-Man, Masters of the Universe. Basically, they were toy commercials. You know, that's the content. It was based on toys, to sell toys. So essentially, you could say that this was supposed to sell the video games, even though it wasn't necessarily, how can you say it? It wasn't exactly what the video games were, but regardless, this is, to this day, one of the best titles I've ever read. Not because it's good. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but it has that sort of nostalgia for me, you know? So this is where comics succeed, and they will always succeed, physical comics. Because, yeah, sure, you can look at something on your phone or whatever and be like, oh, I remember this, but it's just something different when it's tactile, when it's something you can hold, you know? Regardless of how many people like FaceTiming and all this other stuff, there's something to actual physicality that will never be replaced. And that's one of the things I don't like. I do appreciate, because DC does it, Marvel doesn't. Although there's been new leadership at Disney, so I'm hoping maybe that could lead to positive changes at Marvel. We shall see. There might be a stream about it. I don't know. I was thinking about doing something like that, but I don't know. But yeah, this is cover A, which has, you know, Batman, the logo. This is just the foil version. Here we have, I think this is Chris Zulo. I'm almost positive. I know it's a Valentine's. Why am I trying to guess here? I just need to look by the UPC. Let me get this back over here. Here we go. It is Chris Zulo. Oh, Chris Zulo Uminga. She took Chris's surname. Okay, there we go. And this is the, I think they're calling it the Valentine's variant. Here we have Jim Lee doing a cover instead of finishing his run of Batman. His run. The other Batman that still isn't finished yet. But something happens in this issue. I'm not going to spoil it. If you see the cover, you look at the covers in the back there, they all mean something. There's a reason. It's not like they just randomly threw, you know, oh, let's get a couple covers of Robin, let's do Identity Crisis, whatever. Let's throw all this on there. There's a reason that those covers are there. And this is Jim Lee. Here we have Batman Static Beyond number 3. Is it Batman Static Beyond? I guess, judging by the placement. So, who did this cover? This cover was by Nicholas Draper Ivey. Okay. I have to take a sip for this one. Yeah, hold on. All right. This is Boss Battle. Now, you could sit here and you can do the Where's Waldo of all the characters that are on the cover of this book. But this book's just crazy. It's just crazy. This is written by Jeremy Adams. And let me see the names on the bottom there. Yes, Jeremy Adams. The cover is by Jamal Campbell. And I like Jamal's art. And I'm glad he is doing a Zatanna series. And I can't wait for that. But let's look at the characters, shall we? Up in the upper left hand, we got Batwoman. We got Star Sapphire. We got Lex Luthor. We got Black Lightning. Wonder Woman. We got Plastic Man in the middle, in the background there. We got Superman and Lex Luthor. That's on the left side of the cover. On the right, we have Sub-Zero. We have Scorpion. We have Red Sonja. We have Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. We have Vampirella. We have... I always forget that doll's name. Damn it. We have that doll. That's not Chucky, but also kills people. And we have Homelander. And they are all in this issue. And as you can see, I don't remember, to be honest with you, I can't remember if that banner is at the bottom there, where it says New Line Cinema, Dynamite, IDW Comics, Archie Comics, and what is that, NetherRealm? Maybe. I mean, if it is, hey, you know what? Those are all the companies to who this IP belongs. So I commend all of them for putting all their bullshit politics, whatever it might be, you know, where you, what's in it for me, that kind of thing, aside, and just doing a fun comic. That's it. And it also informs DCKO. Here we have a variant cover, this one by Frank Cho, featuring Wonder Woman, Vampirella, Sabrina, and Red Sonja. Then we have this one here. This is Joker. Now, you might not know, but the character to Joker's right side, our left, is Samantha Strong. If you know, you know. But she is a serial killer in an IDW book. And I always... To the trees, it's something. There used to be books back in the day by Richard Scarry. They were kids' books. They were mostly populated by bears and worms and piggish characters. And I'm going to look this character up, and it's S-T-R-O. There we go. Beneath the Trees, Where Nobody Sees. That is the name of the book. And it's in, the art is in this style here. So you're looking at something that looks like a children's book, but it is so not. And this is by IDW. Here we have the AEW variant for Boss Battle. This would be, of course, Alexander Luthor fighting, I got a Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I wasn't sure about his middle name. MJF. You could tell from the scarf there. I think it's Burberry. And no, this isn't last. Second, penultimate cover here is Derek Robertson doing Superman versus Homelander. To be honest with you, this fight could have been the entire issue, and I would have been satisfied with it, because somebody needs to take Homelander down a peg. I'm hoping it's what's going to happen in The Boys, the upcoming season, the final season, but we'll see. And then I'm going to show you the next one. This is the last cover, and this is a foil variant, and I think there is a regular variant for this. I really did try. I tried very hard. But for some reason, OBS was screwing around again. And no matter what I did, I couldn't fit both sides. This is a wrap cover. This is the front side. There's a back side. And on that back side, I can tell you who's on there. Oh, it's all the other characters. It's Homelander, it's Vampirella, Sabrina, Samantha, and Joker. I couldn't. I don't know why. I really don't. I don't know why it does it, but it does it. So here's the half. And unfortunately, there's going to be a couple other covers too coming up that you'll see that are like that. Here we have the final issue of Night Fight. And the art in here was really, really good. There's some scenes, some art in here that's drawn. It's like from Dan Mora does the art. Josh Williamson is writing it. The art in here looks like a child drew it, but I saw on social media, I forgot where it was, maybe it was Instagram, that Dan just drew it with his left hand. And when you see it, like, this guy is talented with both hands. That's not fair. But it's really, really good. And of course, unfortunately, you know what that means. Once Batman's done here, you know where I'm going with this, right? I'm not even going to finish it. Here's the other one. This was the other one that had a backside. And if I remember correctly, actually I don't have to remember because I do have it here. On the backside was an ad for the upcoming crossover. This here is DC and Marvel present Superman and Spider-Man versus Doctor Doom and the Parasite. But on the back, it showed Superman versus the Hulk and Wonder Woman versus Spider-Man. But this is the second of the crossovers that they're reprinting. What's coming next are the contemporary versions of the Superman Spider-Man crossover. There's this one. There is this one. This is, I think it's Brian Bolland. Let me make sure. This is Brian Bolland, yes. Brian Bolland homage. And then there was also, I didn't keep it. Okay, there's a foil. Next up, we have DC crossing over with AEW. And this, again, there's a backside to this. This here you got Tony Storm, Orange Cassidy, Zatanna, Will Ospreay, Hawkgirl, Batman, Jon Stewart, the best Green Lantern, and Swerve Strickland. And then we have Mercedes Botch Monet, Kenny Omega, Wonder Woman. Oh, wait. Oh, that's Hangman Page. Sorry. John Moxley, Nightwing. Is that Willow? I think that might be Willow. Guy Gardner. And, oh my God, I can't remember his name. Skinny white dude who is friends with Sting and climbed, was it Mount Everest, I think? I don't remember what his name is. Sorry. But yeah, he's there. And this is number 1. I think this is going to be a mini-series. How many issues? I do not know. Let's see. I probably should have checked. Again, whatever. Why do I keep doing this? See, I have... No, stop. Okay. I have my phone set up, so it just automatically gets rid of things that I don't use. Here we go. Well, I guess it's 2 issues. Because there's this one coming out this week, and then there's another one, number 2, in March. So, 2-issue miniseries, I guess. Okay. Here's a variant. Daniel Warren Johnson. This is Hangman Page, I guess, versus Lex Luthor. Daniel Warren Johnson is a huge wrestling fan. And that's why with the DCKO, they were all like in the wrestling ring and stuff. Here we have Superman Chains of Love Special. Number 1, Creeper and Livewire. I don't know about that combo, but it's in here, and written by Williams. I don't know what Williams that is. And maybe Dan Slott and Iguara. And I don't know Campe Marquez or Muville. The cover, I can tell you, is by Yasmin Putri. And let's see. Oh, this is it. This is the final title this week for DC. And this is Teen Titans Go, issue number 12. And there you have it. Over in the MCU, we got a bunch of things. Here we go with Amazing Spider-Man issue number 21. Could this be the issue that gets Peter back on Earth? Fingers crossed, my friend. Fingers crossed. Here we have, and please, yes, I still don't know why, but final cover may vary. You're going to see that quite a lot, unfortunately, here. But this is Steve Rude. This is the Steve Rude variant. Here we have the David Nakayama. Now they're calling this David Nakayama Color Block Red variant. So you're going to see a couple of these. Then, of course, we have the Amazing Visions variant by Lee Bermejo, Kraven's Last Hunt. Avengers issue number 35. This is a connecting cover, part of a connecting cover by Russell Dowderman. Then we have this one here. This is Ario Enindito. This is Hell's Kitchen variant. And then we have this David Nakayama. Get it? Because they're red. Spider-Man was red. And Red Hulk is red. Get it? Godzilla Infinity Roar number 1. It's right here. I don't know. Let me see. I do see a signature. Can I decipher it? Lead Killer? I don't know. That might be the inker, the colorist. I don't know who did the main cover, but we'll move on to this one. This is Ryan Stegman. And yes, there it is. Final cover. And then we have this David Marquez foil variant. I can tell you that Silver Surfer right there, they utilize the foil. And then for Godzilla's the things on his back, I don't know what they're called. You know, when he does the atomic breath, how they all charge up. That's all foil too. I like what they did with this cover. Y'all know I'm a fan of that. Logan, Black, White, and Blood, issue number 2. Now, you know what's weird? Because usually they do 3 covers for these types of book. Although, sometimes they might just do it for the first and ignore the others. Let's see. Because I'm almost positive that I would have. Yeah, okay. There were only 2. However, there was a Tyler Kirkham, but that was a 1 in 25, and that ain't happening, my friends. So we have this one here. This is by, I just saw it. Jesus. This is by Martin Coccolo. And then we have this one here by Stephen Mooney. Magic and Colossus number 1 is up next. This is a David Nakayama cover, as you can see by the DNA there. And I really wish there was a way. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Oh wait, there's more. 3. Oh, sorry. So it will at least be 3 issues long, because they have solicited 3 issues according to League of Comic Geeks. And that takes us into April. So I don't think the May solicitations are out yet. So this could be an ongoing. But you know what? I'm just happy to see Colossus and Ilyana together. That's all. It's good. Here we have a Simone DeMeo variant. And then we have this Pablo Villalobos variant cover, which almost became the thumbnail. It was close. It was close. I did find a virgin variant of this, but y'all saw what I went with. And last but not least, Scotty Young. He's been slipping recently, at least in comparison to Peach Momoko and Dan Mora. Here we have Nova Centurion, number 4. I wish I could tell you who that character was behind Richard Rider, but I can't. So I'm going to move along. Planet of the Apes versus Fantastic Four. Unfortunately, it's a Greg Land cover, but inside, the art is not Greg Land. The art is actually good. And I wish I could remember who it... Wait. I might have it next to me. Magic... Spider-Man, no, Godzilla, sorry. I thought I did. I didn't. But it is. It's really good. It's really, really, really good. And then we have this, what are you calling this? This is the Phil Noto movie homage variant. But, out of homages, I like this one better. Not that there's anything wrong with the other one. This is the Herman Peralta homage variant. And no prize to anybody that can let me know what cover they are homaging here. But I do like this one better. Leave it in the chat if you know. Spirits of Violence, number 5, final issue. Not too happy with the ending of this. And I won't tell you what they do, but I was not a fan. But we'll see what happens afterwards. It is the final issue. Here we have Storm, Earth's Mightiest Mutant, number 1. Now, Lucas Vernick is not the artist anymore. I'm not happy about that. The art in here is good, but I did like Lucas's art. But, like I said, the art in here is still good. It's just not that level. But you know what? As this person, and I don't know who it was, I apologize, continues to draw, hopefully it'll get better. I mean, it'll improve. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's still good, and you see that he's good, but he's going to get better. That's what I'm saying. Here we have the Juan Frigeri Stormbreakers variant, featuring Storm and is that Shuri? I think that's Shuri. This is the Marvel Cosmic Invasion variant. It doesn't give me an artist, so I can't give you an artist. Sorry about that. And then we have this Pablo Villalobos cover that almost was the thumbnail. It was between this, the Magic, and actually, you know what? I was thinking about using one of those red David Nakayama covers, maybe Spider-Man or whatever. But then I was like, you know what? I'm doing this. Now, Dyke Ruin? I hope that's how you say their name. But, yes. I found a variant, a virgin variant of this. Because I did try, like, obviously getting the logo, that was easy. I mean, anybody, even if they don't know anything about Photoshop, could have done that. But getting rid of the Marvel up in the upper left-hand corner, or right-hand corner, impossible. Impossible. Yeah, I just wasn't doing it. So, I found a virgin variant, And the rest is the thumbnail. Here we have Ultimate Endgame, issue number 2. Really? They need to stop doing this, truly. Here we have the Tony Daniel variant. The Francesco Mobili. What is it? Wait, there's more. Francesco Mobili Foreshadow variant. Foreshadowing. Then we have this Terry Dodson variant. This is a 1 in 10 variant. And last but not least, we have this Lee Garbett variant featuring Doom and the Maker. Ultimate Wolverine number 14 is up next. I think it's going to end with 16, maybe? I think. I want to say. Perhaps. We'll see. We'll see. And then we have this Uncanny X-Men number 23. I will say 3 things about this book. Number 1, love David Marquez's art in here. Number 2, if you like monsters, you'll like this issue. And number 3, please, 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 please kill Gambit. Please. Thank you. And I really have to say, I love the way that Marquez draws Rogue's hair in here. Oh, this was going to be the thumbnail. This was going to be the first thumbnail because, like I said, it's always Rogue. It's always. But I couldn't find a version variant of this. And since this has no discernible artist, because this is for that abysmal Marvel Rivals game, as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, I couldn't find a version variant with no logos. So, and there's no way in hell I was going to sit there and try to get rid of those. My Photoshop skills aren't that good. So unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, because I do like that Storm one too, so I went with that instead. But I did get this because it is Rogue. And you know what's on the other side? An ad. An ad. This is just a cover. One cover with only Rogue on there. No cards, no glowing pink shit, nothing. No acknowledgement of any other trash character that they keep forcing on her. It's so offensive. It's so offensive. And last but not least, as far as books are concerned, is Wolverine number 15. As you can see, Alpha Flight show up. And I haven't seen them in a while. I can see Puck, and there is Snowbird, and Vindicator. I think Vindicator. Oh, Dan Panosian, with respect to Byrne. And I don't know who the green chick is. But, yeah, they're back. And it is under that Shadows of Tomorrow banner, whatever that means. Hopefully they'll tell us. And then we have this Jeff Shaw Black Panther variant with Wolverine. Now, as I did say, that's the final book. But there are posters. In fact, 3 of them. Well, 3 for me. This is Daredevil, number 1. This is a poster. And then we have this Fantastic Four, number 8 poster. And these both look good, to be honest with you. I like them both. However, this one, right here, classic. Punisher number 1, facsimile edition poster. Right there. Now, I didn't open it to see if all of this is on there. And by all of this, I mean like where it says double-sized first issue, or on the upper left-hand corner, it has the box, the corner box. I don't know if all that's on there. So, YMMV. And then also, I have comic boxes featuring Amazing Spider-Man with the upcoming Death Spiral crossover with Venom. And last but not least, as far as Marvel's concerned, and technically it's under the rainbow, the umbrella. Here we have a little golden book, Aladdin, Whole New World. Over in the indie side of things, we got Godzilla. Oops, wait. No invoices. There we go. This is Kaisei Era number 7, cover A. Irby? I'm assuming. I'm hoping. Here we have cover C. I'm not even going to try it. And then we have this cover D by Clayton, maybe? I don't know. It just says Crane. So, it could be Clayton. Up next, we have Sonic the Hedgehog, issue number 84. This is cover A by Kim. And then cover B by Atta. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Battle Nexus number 4, cover A. This is by Francia. And then you got this cover C by Mitch Rooney and Shonen. And to be honest with you, I like this one a little bit. I mean, this one's good, don't get me wrong. But this one here, like right there, I mean, this is awesome. So yeah, I'll go with that one. Then we have Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus, well, X. And I was told that X means and. Godzilla, number 3. This is cover A by Pei. Then we got this cover B by Ba. I promise you that's their names. And then we have this one here. This one is by Casper Wingard. And I gotta say, I do like them all. I like this one the most. But these other two are good too. And then last but not least, we have The Twilight Zone, issue number 4. Cover A by Nate Powell. And then cover B. This is the Francavilla connecting covers. How many of them are there? Who knows? I'm going to assume, though, see how it says on the door there? You just crossed over into... The next 3 words are The Twilight Zone. So I'm assuming it's going to be a 5 cover thingy. But next month, we shall see. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of this stream. Thank you for watching. As I say every week, these are all the things that I'm getting in my store. If you are not local and you're watching from other parts in the world, and your local comic book stores, your mileage may vary. They might have more variants. They might have less variants. Who knows? But this is what I'm getting. If you are local and you've seen anything that you want me to put aside, like I say, direct.me/RogueComics. Get in touch with me. There are all sorts of buttons there. Find the social media that you participate in and just hit it. Send me a message and I will be more than happy to put it aside for you. And if you happen to not be local, you can still do that and get in touch with me. And if you don't have a comic book store near you, or if the one you have aren't necessarily the friendliest or the most, I don't want to say organized, because I'm not like Joe Organization over here. But if you don't want to go there, then by all means, hit me up. I can definitely help you and get these books to you. And that's it, my friends. If you'd like, I always say this, feel free to put in the comments anything you picked up, anything that looks good, anything you're interested in, whatever you might be reading, anything. Doesn't matter. I will accept all comments. And in the meantime, have a great new comic book day. Thanks for watching. And, yep. That's not me. Have a great new comic book day.